Hi everyone, so in this short tutorial I'm going to show you how you can add notes to the 3D artifacts that you have embedded in your Twinmotion museum. It's a pretty straightforward process and it's surprisingly powerful, so let me show you how this is done. So we've already got an object here, in this case the Rosetta Stone, so let me zoom in a little bit there. We are going to go to Tools, we're going to go to Notes. Once you have this, all you need to do is drag that note in and it's there. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so you can see a few interesting features of this note. Okay, so first of all, there's this circle here, kind of like a target that I can turn on and off. So basically hiding or showing the content of the note. And then we have this note above it. So something I'm going to do right away is to decrease the size of the note, simply because given the size of the artifact I'm working with, if I have the note really big, it's going to dominate the scene. So I'm going to take it down to 0. Now you can see here too that I have note and note description, and that corresponds to what I have down here, which means if I want to change the text here, all I need to do is change this, right? So I'm going to change this to Rosetta Stone, and I'm going to add a description here. Now I've already prepared a description here that I've added. One thing about adding text to the notes, however, is that if you keep typing on one line, so if I were to keep typing here and here and here, you see that that continues to expand. So what I like to do is, once I have reached the end of this space within the text box, I actually hit enter to create a new line so that the note itself doesn't expand to an unwieldy size. Okay, so we've already got a description here. Now, if I click here and move, you can see I'm moving everything, right? But if I click here, I can actually move the note itself separately from that little toggle button, that circle, right? Which is really powerful, because what that means is I can set this text at a fair distance from the object, even rotate it around a little bit, just like that. And what that means too is that if I choose to close it and leave it like this, when the user walks through my museum and gets to this point, so let's try and mimic that right now. Let's go to pedestrian mode. There we go. That's a little small, but actually we'll switch back to fly mode. There we go. Just want to be able to, there we go, that's a little bit better. What that means is when the user walks through this space, they can see that tag, right? They can move closer to the object, click on it, read all of the text, and look back at the object at the same time. And maybe I'll just move this over here just because I don't want to have that, that circle, that toggle blocking the object itself. But you see, it's really easy to add descriptors to the object. And note too, you can add more than one, so we can have perhaps one toggle, one note for the hieroglyphs at the top of the object. We can add more down here if we wish. So it's a great way to turn that 3D object into a bit of an interactive learning experience. Now let's say that you find that when you do this, you find the title is a little unwieldy and it's getting in the way. Well, you don't necessarily have to use a title for this. And if you take out the title, it turns it into this almost something that looks like an exclamation point. The expansion still works, so we can click on it and still get that description. But the text itself, or that note, isn't interfering with the viewer's ability to see the artifact and appreciate it. So there you have it. That's a really easy way that you can add note and descriptions to the 3D objects in your museum.